Katarzyna, mój krasna postem, Butch. Whoosh. This is my dear wife, Katarina, and she's going to sing a song with us. Come on. Come on, all put your hands together for Katarina. Come.
Don't be shy, though.
Don't be shy, dear. Be careful with that guitar, though. What's your don't step on that.
Maybe I could not sing with you.
You can put your bag down, darling.
Can you support me, please?
Take your coat off. Come on.
I don't know if Bruno wants me to sing again.
Yes, of course.
No, you come get there and sing the song.
My voice.
Sit down. Take your seat.
I can't take a seat.
She's all nervous. She's always like this, isn't she? This is a song that I wrote especially for my dear wife. It's called I Fell in Love with You and I'm So Glad I Did. So it's actually called So Glad I Did.
That's what we are talking about. And like then I think we should just do it. Sein Leben zu feiern.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Because they say würdigen, was bedeutet würdigen ganz genau?
Respect.
To respect and you know?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, we do respect his life and it's written there as well,
Yeah.
but we also celebrate his life that he was here.
Yeah.
You know? Which
Yeah.
was like this then sein Leben zu feiern, sein Leben zu feiern, like to celebrate his life
Yeah.
and to mourn his death.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Sein Leben zu feiern. No?
Yeah.
So sein Leben zu feiern und ihm zu trauern.
Wait a second. First you thought he's a freak, and then you fell in love. What's happening?
Yeah,
between?
because like he had like such a great like stage presence and like really beautiful voice and was really charming and no. And yeah.
And what about my eyes?
What's about your eyes?
Yeah, my charming, my like piercing eyes.
Yeah.
The way that cancer drains your physical energy. So he was kind of quieter and maybe more resigned in the end. But, you know, still, he never felt self-pity.
You shouldn't sanitize death. That's
I'm
a
not
part of
sanitizing
death.
that. Yeah, well, it's not necessarily true. When someone is dying in pain and like in incredible, like I don't think that it's. I mean, you can die being like hit by the car, and it's not such a picture. I mean, okay, there's a like maybe like ugly picture when like I don't know, like intestines or like you have squashed head, whatever. But like seeing someone slowly dying would be really just scary.
Wolltest du wissen, wie gestorben ist?
Nö, also ich muss es nicht wissen. Ich meine, ich weiß es ja eigentlich, aber nee, das ist nicht so, dass ich unbedingt die Story hören will oder so.
Don't be afraid of reality. Yeah?
I'm not afraid of reality, but like kids are too small for doing one picture like that.
Which kids?
But I don't mean that necessarily like Konrad has to like alive it as well. He can maybe like do
To
like
live it.
to live it. No. I mean like he can maybe like experience it, but not to live it like I mean I don't know for 4 or 5 days. It just.
I think, well, leave it up to him. Whether he wants to be with me or not. Don't you think?
Ja, die kann man immer so nachziehen. Gut. Und jetzt wieder nach oben. So.
Okay.
Ja? Genau. Prima. Und ansonsten bewegen dürfen Sie sich aber auch.
Ja,
Dass ich laufe zu viel wie möglich
Genau.
auch dazu.
Viel laufen, aber wenn Sie sitzen, Beine nach oben.
Ja. Ich versuche zu laufen, aber ich kann nicht so weit laufen. Das ist...
I felt terrible sort of having to say, you know, poor Bruno and this and that, because he wasn't poor Bruno. I used to see him as such a strong person. It was such an ironic thing for him to have to go through. And I know that he really hated being perceived as someone who was sick and someone who was dying.
Hi Eddie, how are you?
Good. I'm sitting here.
You see me in the little window there?
Yeah,
I'm watching you too, so don't do anything naughty.
I know.
No. I'm watching. I can see everything you're doing.
It was like the second half of his adult life had taken place in Europe. He reinvented himself a bit as Bruno Adams. You know, the people used to still call him Bruce back in Australia. I remember. Some people call him Bruno, but it was like more his, you know, like social persona.
Mr. Bruno.
Yeah, I do that.
Cameraman.
Mr. Bruno. Helga. Oh, Mr. Bruno.
Mr. Sir Bruno.
That's his name, Bruno.
Hey Bruno, you've been sitting on that joint for a while now.
Stop Adamsing the joint.
Excuse me, I'm making my appearance.
Hey, do you know that Bruno's dad actually discovered?
I think my wife is quite funny enough. This is a trabant. This is a disco. And this is our communications network. Jonathan! We're coming over!
Bruno came around to my house with a bottle of vodka that he'd stolen and said, listen, we're going to go on tour. We want you to come along. And I said yes, and Bruno drank the bottle of vodka and fell asleep on my bed. My girlfriend was saying, what are we going to do with him? He's so big. Get him out of here, John.
Because he was like, you know, this chest-beating guy, you know, big guy, strong, physically strong guy with this incredible face, you know, which you'd never see anywhere else. I'm not saying he wanted to be like famous, like a big celebrity, but he was convinced, you know, that his music would be recognized, it would be possible for him to make a full-time career of music. So it's a very dangerous gamble to take. If by the time you're into your early 30s, you haven't made it to that extent, then you're faced with the decision, okay, like, am I going to have like any kind of normal life, which means maybe giving up music and getting a proper job, which Bruno could have done, or do I just, you know, concentrate on music and basically accept the fact that I'm going to be penniless and broke for the rest of my life, you know?
Bruno hat so viel erlebt, wie manche Leute in 2 leben oder wie 2 Menschen leben zusammen, die mit 80 sterben oder so. Das könnte man sagen. Ich meine, das ist was so. Der hat halt jeden Moment ausgelebt und keinen Moment verschwendet.
There isn't any, mate. Everybody forgot to go shopping, man. Hey, lazy, hopeless buggers. And the thing is, we've got 3 chicks running the place. Too many chicks spoil the fun of these.
What do you want, honey?
Please ice tea, please ice tea.
You want tissue?
Ice tea. Oh yeah.
Some people just they kind of didn't want to face the fact that it was happening, obviously, but they couldn't even acknowledge the fact that actually it's going to happen very soon, and to see someone like Bruno in a way becoming so vulnerable, it was hard for people.
Everyone thinks about what would I do in that position. Right? I'd probably collapse completely. Basically, you never know, but I have my suspicions that I would probably just completely collapse upon myself and be no longer able to cope.
You have to become in terms with it. Yeah, well, but like it's like basically like your life is finishing. But for other people, it's just like so surrealistic, like to imagine it, So it's like basically, and basically like you have like from time to time, like these kind of like moments when you think, oh. Well, it's like, what would you do, or what do you imagine for like facing it? What they supposed to do? That's like, you face it when it's over because you are still there. When it's over, then you face it, not before. Because you are still there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
I just felt like if I really put a lot of energy into my part-time jobs and just as a friend of Bruno, maybe he'll get this energy and get better. I know that maybe that sounds ridiculous what I'm saying, but I just felt like it was like something. If I could put energy into life, we can beat this thing.
Geht der Schmerz weg sofort, oder wie?
Ja, bestimmt.
Geht der komplett weg?
Es hängt davon, wie schnell die Schmerzen sind, aber jetzt geht es dann, ja.
Und was hat der Arzt gestern gesagt?
Das langsam wird mein Leber nicht mehr funktionieren. Ich werde beim Leberfailure, wie heißt das? Leber, was ist der dann? Ganz lange deutsche Wort dafür.
Ich kenne die nicht.
Ja, ich auch nicht. Und ja. Was gut ist zu hören, ist gesagt, dass man schläft einfach öfter und öfter und bis man schläft immer ein und wacht nicht mehr auf. So ein ziemlich ruhiger Todesfall. Tod. So. Ja, ich hatte echt Angst vor einem sehr schmerzvollen Tod.
Aber das wird nicht sein, ne?
Ja, Gott sei Dank.
Wie lange seid ihr zusammen?
Und wie lange seid ihr nicht mehr zusammen?
Wir sind als ich 30 war,
ja,
da war ich ausgezogen.
Ja.
Nee, warte.
Na, siehst du?
Ich bin ich war 5 Jahre alt.
5 Jahre alt.
Jetzt ist er 15 Jahre.
15 Jahre, ja. Na, oder?
Das passt.
Also, jetzt, das passt. So where do you want to go? You want to go there or?
Down right there by the water.
Be full of people as well, I guess.
Can you tell about the first kiss?
I can't remember.
I can't remember as well.
No. It was on one of those nights when you don't remember what happened.
He was a horny old sod, and women found him very charismatic and very attractive. And he took what opportunities he could get. And I think, you know, he didn't ever misuse women. You know, it was always a kind of, there was a romance to it as well. It wasn't just like, you know, okay, I'm going to try and fuck this girl tonight. It was, you know, he'd have a romantic side to it as well. But I mean, he never forgot where his true feelings lay, you know. He might have liked somebody, but he, you know, he knew who he loved.
We had sorted it out that when I faced not the judge.
Because Bruno didn't understand
the
any
priest,
words.
I didn't understand. She had to squeeze my hand when it was time for me to say yes, which is ano in Chettish.
It wasn't a priest, it was a mayor.
Yeah, the mayor, okay,
yeah.
the mayor then. And so all through the ceremony, she kept on squeezing my hand the whole time.
Really emotional and I was really drunk.
She was very emotional and drunk, so I didn't know, like, okay, look, this is not the time, I can tell. We just started, we can't have gotten to that bit by now. And then, finally, it came to the bit where I'm supposed to say yes.
Yeah, you said yes. You said like, ano?
I said, ano.
And I started laughing
and then
like
Katja
crazy.
thought it was so fucking funny.
Because it was so bizarre, you didn't understand any, but everybody...
I didn't understand it, but
you didn't understand
but I answered correctly. So she thought it was so funny that she went into a hysterics attack and was like laughing and laughing and laughing. And the guys asking her, will you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband to love and care for him? And she's like... and then like... he just said, I presume that means yes. And went on with the ceremony.
I didn't actually said yes.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Oh. Like you have the same one, but you have two thin fingers now. They're just like totally simple.
Mine keeps falling off.
Definitely seeing a lot of my friends being planted, right, more and more. I'm ambitious. I want to live as long as possible, which means I'll be going to a lot of funerals. But I mean, basically, I don't think there's any kind of neat quote you can give on the nature of death. I mean, basically, great writers and philosophers have been struggling with it for several thousand years, and almost everything spoken or written on the subject appears a bit trite in comparison with the real thing, doesn't it?
Machen das hier, ja?
Okay.
Ich habe schon so kleine Halluzinationen. So, dass ich denke, dass jemand so nebenan zu mir ist, dann drehe ich mich hinein. Mein Arzt hat mir gesagt, das kommt von der
Medikamente.
Von dem Morphium.
Natürlich durch Medikamente plus die zunehmende Leberversagen, was jetzt vorhanden ist, verstärkt das Ganze.
Gib mir 1%. Kennen Sie
das kann ich nicht. Das ist unterschiedlich.
In die nächsten 7 Tage.
Kann passieren.
Aber nicht über Nacht. Nicht über Nacht.
I always felt, well, not just nervous, but almost like intimidated to be able to even bring up the topic of it. And he'd just look me in the eye, actually, and just sort of like, well, you know that I know, and I've got bad news, and I can't do anything about it, mate. And he just, rather than trying to get philosophical about it, it was just like, I'll be here for you as much as you need it. And it was, well, you know, it was just a thing, you won't be here.
So, well, the sun's over there. Shining on me.
Das war so ein bisschen wie Warten, oder? War das nicht ein bisschen so wie im Wartezimmer?
Naja, nee. Das Ding war halt, Bruno und damit auch wir alle, wir haben das eben nicht so gestaltet, dass es so, wie wenn man auf den Tod wartet, sondern wir haben einfach weitergelebt, normal. Und dann, ja.
Und Bruno war so ein bisschen ein Geist, oder?
Nee, der war immer ganz anwesend. Also der war überhaupt nicht wie ein Geist. Der war eigentlich so da wie immer.
People say my hair's too long.
There's like, I would need Helena to do the impersonation. Come on, Helena, come on. You got to do it with me.
Not fitting in the picture.
No, it doesn't matter. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. So it looked like this, you know.
Most people have some kind of resentment and they get kind of twisted. I mean, I do it myself. Most people do. You know, you kind of get a little paranoid, or you sort of think, he's against me, I don't like him, or, you know, like this. Bruno was never like that. He was just, you know, 1 in a million, 1 in 10 million, who knows. But he didn't have this kind of side to him. He was just direct and honest, and this purity of character, I found it taught me a lot about how to be, how not to let personal resentments or jealousy dominate my life, and just to sort of see the bigger picture. And I think Bruno had the bigger picture all the time.
Eddie hat heute mit Eddie
Hast du Husten?
Yeah.
I would prefer to be buried, but it's just because I like the idea of being in contact with the earth.
Yeah.
And feeding the worms and stuff.
Yeah. Therefore,
but I mean,
yeah.
What if it's a lot cheaper to do it as a cremation? Then I'd do it as a cremation.
The prices are on the very end approximately the same.
Mm-hmm.
You have less costs for the grave, but you have the cost of the cremation, and you have.
For me, it's more a tradition like that we always got buried. I don't know, but in Australia, the land isn't that expensive. So
yeah,
where I come from, but
you come from Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the tradition is that you always get buried. For me, cremation seems a bit strange, but you know, I'm flexible.
You are flexible. I would like to have a kind of ceremony, whatever this means, without a priest.
Yeah, with
all friends come together.
And they speak.
Okay.
They play some songs.
Yeah.
And then we keep it short so it doesn't get boring.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing worse than a boring ceremony.
Did you finish brushing?
And then,
yeah.
And then we'll have a huge party.
We have several possibilities. Yeah, if we have cremation, then we have a little bit different ways. If we have burial, then we can decide where we do this kind of ceremony. You know, we can do some parts in the room and some parts outside, and if the weather is bad, then we can do more parts inside and less outside. Things like that. We will find a way. That covers your needs in a way. What also is helpful for your wife, that you're gonna start to make a list whom you want to get a message through as soon as possible, or whom you want invited for the ceremony, and whom you just want to give the information after the ceremony.
And who you want to give the finger to.
Yeah. My personal side of the thing is that to accompany, even if he is officially dead, to accompany him in the next realm in a way. Yeah. And I think even if you don't know what is there and so on, I think it is a very unstable time.
Yeah.
And therefore I think the most helpful thing is not to interfere what he has to go through. Not to interfere what he has to go through to. And therefore I think...
We will be alright, we will be like...
This is not...
This is talking about like the transformation from this life into the next, or whatever comes after that. That then you're in an unstable state because you've left that body, but you still exist in some form. And you have to like somehow make it to the next thing.
Okay, so I shouldn't freak out, firstly?
Let's say it's a process of saying goodbye. This process has already started.
Like the body can stay lying here?
Officially, by law, for 36 hours.
Wouldn't it get stinky by then?
Well...
There's nicht anfangen zu stinken.
No, you have to get lots of ice around.
Well, it depends on you.
You stink it up with that.
No.
You want to get me out of the house as quickly as possible is what you're trying to say.
No. No, but I mean, it would be, I think it would be scary.
So we'd rather have the body taken away straight away.
No, I mean, I understand also the whole process, that your soul and like everything has to it's a process which should be like really calm and done. But I mean, I don't know if I won't freak out. I mean, like when he start, but I don't know if I'm strong enough to go.
Und das hat beides seine guten und seine schlechten Seiten. Also zum Beispiel, wenn jemand plötzlich stirbt, dann hast du nicht diese Wartezeit. Also dann kommt es plötzlich und die Zeit danach ist schwer, aber dann gewöhnt man sich genauso schnell dran, wie wenn jemand stirbt, aber man das davor weiß. Weil ich meine, dann ist davor noch eine Zeit von deprimiert sein.
Dealing with a friend dying slowly, and that's not it's a rather unique situation to have to deal with death. It's not something normal, actually. I mean, and for that I find that the idea of the grief, or the way that you miss and perceive the person, I find it a bit surreal in some ways. It's like sometimes I still wake up and it's like, what, did that happen? I can't believe Bruno's not there.
What specific grave you cannot choose without having one of the graveyard with you. But just to move around a little bit in that area
and to get a feel for it.
And get the feeling for it. And then you can perhaps say, okay, I want to go either more here or here.
I mean, I've known people in the past that when they've died, I swear I've seen them on the street walking by a couple of times. But like, someone like Bruno was so unmissable. I haven't seen anyone like him on the street.
Where are we going?
Right, that doesn't matter.
Eddie wants to know where we're going.
On the way to,
We are going to cemetery.
fuck. You know what, I forgot the bloody map.
Doesn't matter, we will just remember it.
Oh,
It's not a
no,
big
that's...
deal. I'm not driving back down, forget it. Yeah?
I forgot the bloody map.
Here's a map.
Where?
Here.
Oh, there it is, okay. Yeah, it's the same map. Okay. Just smash the glass and grab it, yeah? Just smash the glass.
Oh, where we are now, where are we?
Okay, smash the glass. Just smash it. Darling, hurry up. Smash the glass and grab it.
Turn around, yeah.
Hey, don't look big.
Can you lift it up? You might be able to lift up that glass. No.
I mean, like,
is this a
are you all going bananas? Like you were saying that this is that part, no?
Ja, das hat Bruno ja zu Lebzeiten auch dauernd gemacht, ja, dass er sich eben auch ja, so ins Leben gestellt hat und gesagt hat, so bin ich. Ja, und das will ich ausdrücken in meiner Musik oder in dem, wie ich meine Beziehungen lebe oder wie ich mit den Kindern bin. Und von daher denke ich, ist das auch so gut gegangen. Ja, weil sozusagen es für alle so klar war, wir können das jetzt nicht Bruno antun, ja, dass wir ihn jetzt bei Greeneisen traditionell zu Grabe tragen. So, ja.
Oh, still spade? Probably, actually, yeah. This area is nice?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, that's like the wall, but I thought that he meant more for like that way, that direction.
Got to think which way we're coming. So, this is the second circle. The back there is 10. No, okay, well that's not happening. It must be over this area.
Now?
Yeah?
Can we just go that way and then we go that way?
Which way?
Because they want like to cut like that certain area which is going behind the wall off and build houses on it. If we find someone, then it won't happen.
Behind the wall?
Behind the wall, and the wall is over there.
And the wall comes up here, and you turn left, and then there's this, and it's around here, you say. 27, yeah? So we all rode around one fella.
The place you were talking about, like that place, that was nice.
Yeah, it's 26. That's
Okay.
the best place.
Okay.
26, yeah?
Because it was on the top of the hill.
Okay.
Even I'm not that actually sure if they won't cut it all off this part.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, I've marked all this area here.
What?
All this area here is okay.
Im Grunde war irgendwie klar, wir wollen eine Grabstelle, die nicht so öffentlich sichtbar ist, sage ich mal, also ein bisschen abgeschieden. Und wir wollen da mit den Kindern und auch uns ins Gras setzen können. Und so. Und das war irgendwie ein schöner Platz. Und jetzt war das aber am Hang. Und die Ausrichtung der Grabstelle war ja so, dass man sozusagen, wenn man runter guckt, ne, sozusagen, also das der Kopf und der Grabstein oder was auch immer man da macht, sozusagen unten war. Und dann war dieses Gefühl, jetzt liegt er da, dann Kopf bergab. Mir ist das egal, ich kann das so regeln, dass die den andersrum da rein betten. Und dann, naja, aber dann stehen wir doch auf seinem Kopf. Das ging also eine ganze Weile irgendwie so hin und her und so. Und letztendlich hat sich das dann auf einmal völlig aufgelöst, als die Information irgendwie deutlich wurde, dass wenn wir den Sarg reintun, dass es unten waagrecht ist. Was für mich und den Friedhofsmitarbeiter selbstverständlich war, dass wir den nicht schräg da in das Grab reinstellen. Und da entspannte sich dann auf einmal, ja gut, dann können wir auch damit leben, dass sozusagen der Kopf im Tal ist, wenn er da wenigstens gerade drin steht.
Bruno. Hello.
Alright, how are you?
All right. Cool. Going to pick up the children.
I got you here.
Hoffnung ist naja, es kommt immer auf die Situation an. Was für eine Hoffnung. Man kann hoffen, dass ein Fußballspiel gewonnen wird. Man kann hoffen, dass etwas Schönes, also es gibt Hoffnungen, die sowieso nicht, also indirekte Hoffnung und direkte Hoffnung. Zum Beispiel auf ein Fußballspiel hoffst du natürlich direkt, dass deine Mannschaft gewinnt oder was auch immer. Und in so einer Situation hoffst du einfach, dass das alles so gut geht wie möglich. Du weißt, dass es nicht gut geht, direkt, aber so gut wie möglich. So what happened about the Ostschrippe? Was
Ostschrippe, I thought you said Ostschrippe.
Alright.
No, the Ostschrippe and the Westschrippe, yeah. The Ostschrippe is feel better. Das ist echt wahr, that's true. The Aussie Schrippen were much better than the West ones, really.
I don't know about it. It's just funny how he said it.
Much yummier.
I remember him saying, "Pray for me, man, please pray for me," and saying, "Yes, of course." And I won't say I gave up hope, but it was a bit sort of like it was hard to describe. You could sense that it wasn't really, I don't know. It was not, I gave up hope, but it was more like, well, you've got to accept what's going on somehow.
Death is game over. Basically, death is just everyone dies, all things die. Death is like an old friend. Death is like sickness. Every time you get sick, if you've been healthy for a long time and you get sick, you have this feeling like, oh, I know you. You've just been hiding in the background.
Ja, guten Morgen, Adam. Ich wollte kurz fragen, die Krankenschwester haben Sie gestern Abend bei uns gemeldet. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Und wann kommen Sie vorbei? Okay, super. Okay, dann wir werden die Beine nicht anbinden, oder? wo diese Berge waren und in der Mitte, wo einfach die Sonne scheint. Ne? Und er meinte, vielleicht können wir diese 2 Plätze, also hier, irgendwo an der Rande so kriegen und 100% hier oder hier. Ne? Aber ich glaube, hier ist es besser. Weil das ist schon diese so ältere, ne? So, wo nicht so viele Graben sind und ist einfach so ein bisschen... So, did you work out?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Bruno, is he awake?
Yeah, but not really.
No.
Talking on.
No.
Why don't you let me type and you can talk? Yeah? Dear?
Yeah. Yeah, good. It's so difficult. So depressed here. This early in your life. You're too young. We are too young. You're too young to really get to know me. Oh man, I don't know.
Well, I guess what you're trying to say here, it's so difficult to say goodbye to you this early in your life, and he was too young to get to know you.
Yeah.
So what's the next sort of thought that you had?
Well, that's that. You were too young to get to know me, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Full stop.
Yeah.
You have?
It was very surreal, and he didn't blink for like 48 hours, I think. You know, he had his eyes open the whole time. He found it difficult to communicate in the normal way that we do. I could tell that his brain was going somewhere else, that that something was preparing to leave. It was just on a very much more primitive, direct level. He did this strange thing with his hands. He was counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 8, like just in a way checking his consciousness or something still. The last joke I remember him making was like, Cactus said, "Oh, they're coming in to change your legs now," before, and he said, "Oh, well, they can do that now, can they? Can they change your legs? Can they change my brain as well?" And everything else. It was like, this typical, Bruno, dark, sardonic, but, humour to the end.
Andere auch, wa? Hier, andere auch. War mal eine Schere da?
Ja.
He spoke to me on the phone and said he just managed to say, "Come over and have some ice cream," and it was really like a grandfather or something. I just sort of thought it was really great, to say that. Yeah.
He was sort of conscious again for a brief period, and I managed to say my piece to him, and he said his piece to me, and we kissed, and that was probably the most uplifting moment. Then I knew that I could put up with what was going to happen later on. If that hadn't happened, I think I would have been a bit of a I think I would still have guilt feelings, perhaps. Right? That there was some unfinished business or something. But in this case, there wasn't.
And I was just talking, I said, Bruno, do you remember what happened when we were on tour in Slovakia in '97 with that crazy wedding party? And do you remember the car breaking down for the 10th time and the cylinder head melting, and we had to fill the radiator from bottles of water taken from mountain streams? How we got to the gig like 2 hours late, but people were still waiting, and just crazy stories because there were so many. And I was just trying to make him see these pictures in his, so it'd be like a movie in his brain as he went out, you know. And finally, when other people were out of the room, I was finally able to express what I actually felt inside. And I said to him, Bruno, man, thank you for everything. You've taught me so much about music and so much about life. And, you know, it's true, he did. He taught me more about how to be a human being, I think, than anybody else.
Warum ist er tot mit Augen offen? Papa schläft nicht mit Augen offen.
Nee, das ist auch was anderes.
Was denn? Er ist nur tot.
Didn't recognise him at first, right? Because at first I thought it was just a bunch of rumpled linen, rumpled sheets, until I saw the head at the top of it all. But his kids had put flowers over his eyes, which I found which at first I found kind of startling, a bit sort of frightening. Later on I thought it was quite sweet. Later on, Katka took the flowers off the eyes and Bruno was staring at us. And it was very, very sad. As soon as I saw him there and recognised him, I thought it wasn't going to happen, but of course I had to cry.
You could tell that he was in peace. There was something a bit like he was gone, he wasn't quite there, but what I remember really was the look in his eyes. I've never seen... One of his eyes was still very wide open. I remember just staring at it. And it was like one of those pictures from the Middle Ages of Christ on the cross, but where they're looking into something in a very innocent but just transfixed manner. And people alive don't look like that. The only comparison I can think of is when someone's being born, when you see a child being born and there's this look of wonder. He had this look of wonder.
Widzisz to serdičko, bříško, plíce, všechno prostě se úplně zastavilo. Krev
A
už
co dělají
neteče.
plíce?
Plíce to decháš.
Jo.
To decháš, ale všechno to jde přes srdíčko. A když potom...
Nedechá.
Ne. No už to tělíčko se prostě zastavilo. Se zastavilo, že bylo moc nemocný, víš? Že bylo moc nemocný a už...
Všechno je hard.
No.
Tvoje lipy je hard.
No, že tam neteče krev.
Vím. Na tom bylo všechno měkký.
No, to bylo všechno měkký, no.
Víš, to je moje je taky
měkký a úplně taková jiná barva, i že jo?
At the end he fell asleep, huh? Did he?
No, I think he was awake. He was trying to talk to us. Well, he wasn't trying. He was talking to us, but we couldn't understand. But he was talking to us, yeah. So I'll just put it in my imagination what he was saying.
Make the translation.
Yeah, exactly. Making the translation I want to make. That's nice.
And the roof musical.
Yeah.
We do jazz Ollies every now and again.
Who?
Ollie. And
would be medically
always
save so much money and stuff. So
there's a month for it.
Familienstand.
Verheiratet?
Von Chile,
Als Ehefrau.
Als Ehefrau.
Gut. Dann mache ich da nicht Personalausweis, sondern Pass.
Und dann kriege ich auch zurück, ne?
Den kriegen Sie auch zurück. Da ist zwar dann ein Loch drin, aber...
Ja.
Okay.
So viel Papiere.
Ja, das ist wie beim Heiraten auch. Ja, muss man auch ein Papier abgeschleppt.
Richtig.
Like, well, you know, it's like you pump out money for the I think it's part of it. Self-made. Part of it is self-possession. I know. No.
Es hilft mir schon. Ich kann doch gar keiner machen. Jetzt. Es hilft mir schon. Es hilft mir schon. Oh, hat schon.
Konrad, darfst du was?
Das Handy vielleicht.
Was denn?
Wenn ich dein Handy dabei
Schau mal, die ein bisschen rüber.
Aber das ist eigentlich eine gute Idee, wenn wir das machen.
Ja.
Alles ist schon drinnen. Ja. Und dann ein paar Stimmen.
Bleibt sein Pass oder so.
Besser nicht.
Ne?
Dort, wo er jetzt hingeht, braucht er keinen Pass
Diese
aus rein. Den
Vielleicht
kannst du
fragen
doch-
Sie ja.
Ah.
Im Himmel. Was hat er?
Bye-bye, Bruno.
Ciao, Darling.
So.
Okay.
Ah ja, jetzt geht's.
Nicht zu viel, ne?
Nee, nee.
Nee,
Okay.
das ist-
Okay.
But I'm not carrying.
Dann, er kann ruhig vorne mit anfassen. Wir müssen dann bitte rum. Ja, gut.
Yeah, this was the funny part, you know?
Everything
It's
works.
gonna be like just like down the stairs.
Ja, genau. Here we can take it by four.
Okay, dann nehme ich die eine Ecke.
Die Griffe. Wir haben ja Griffe, ja.
Müssen wir da lang?
Ich nehme die mit. Komm, das ist
Hier. Das Ding ist, der Tod bringt Leute wieder zusammen. Es verbindet die Leute, weil das ist halt ein Schicksal, das sie alle teilen. Deswegen bringt es die wieder zusammen, weil das Schicksal aktuell ist. Also das passiert jetzt oder ist jetzt passiert und das bringt sie halt alle wieder dahin.
So take this drop of time, embalm it in memory, one day to come to be a part of me, to take it back up with me when I'm down, you always be a star in my mind's eyes. Huh?
What do you think? Sounds good?
Take
still live. Blue hair seeps from childlike eyes. Ghost chair wide, the shutters of his mind lift open and banging in the wind. The house is underneath the creeper's shroud, cradles of youthful magic that abounds. In the shadow of Magnus's sickly songs. Sleep, sleep, sweet, then leaves flutter across the lawn. Moonlit jewel gardens, hear those sounds of ghostly rapture. Feet drag across the cold and frosty morn. The sweet wide-eyed ghost chase make a sleep sound as the heavens awake up. Eyes awake to the light upon his face. Bent and broken hands lay torch to wood. The house and town neath the creeper's shroud, cradles of youthful magic that abounds. In the shadow of madness's sickly songs. Sleep, sleep, sweet, then sleep. Sleep.